Alright, here we have an abandoned railroad crossing on Pottsville Pike, or Pennsylvania State Route 61 in Tuckerton, Pennsylvania. This is a spur off of the Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern Railroad main line, which is right over there. This is an abandoned spur. I believe it served that facility over there. Most likely tanker cars would have went to it. I think that's what it went to. It might have went to something. There's another building, I'll show it in a minute. But this I found last minute, right before I left for Pennsylvania. But it's pretty cool. So here's the first signal here. It's a unmarked it's a Wabco cantilever. It has an unmarked splice box, but obviously right there. Wabco. It's pretty cool. There's no emergency information here, and I'm pretty sure there's no dot tags. Yeah, as far as I know, there's no dot tags. Then we have one remaining pair of Wabco 8-inch lights here on the mast. Would have been obviously another pair, but more than likely it was knocked off. But you can see they've taken the visors off. And there's the other Wabco light. Then instead of crossbucks, we have tracks out of service signs. I'm not really sure why they would go through all the trouble of putting up all the tracks out of service signs and folding the lights and keeping the signals in place when the tracks literally don't even exist past the crossing. They exist over there, but anyway. The overhead lights are some Modern Industries 12x 24-inch lights, which are folded inward, as you can see. And they've also had their visors removed. There are the rear lights. Uncertain if there was ever a bell here. I have a feeling that there wasn't. Alright, I'm gonna have to wait a second, but I'm gonna attempt to get to that side. But I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. My car's semi-close, but that's fine. Okay. Here's the other side of the crossing. And here we have the other signal. It's a bit different from the first. For starters, this is not a Wabco cantilever, it's a Safetran. As you can see, the door for the splice box is open. So you can see all the wiring in there. Won't close, but I'm not sure what these are. These are all over the state. State Road 61. I'd assume it's mileposts, but they're like what is that? I've never seen them anywhere else around here. Here's a really old no left turn sign. Anyway, so yeah, it's a Safetran cantilever, even though it pretty much looks like the exact same design, so that's pretty interesting. You got a Safetran lock right there. Then we got another pair of Wabco 8-inch lights. For some reason, this side has also had one pair taken off. There's the rear lights. Oh, well there goes a NS freight train. Didn't even see that. I thought I heard engines. I was like, where would those be? I didn't realize there were tracks over there. Don't honk at me. Tracks out of service sign, no bell. And the overhead lights are a mixture of Modern Industries and Harman 12x 20-inch lights. The front pair here is Modern Industries. And the rear lights are Harman. Well, I thought they were. Never mind. They're all Modern Industries. Oh my god, people are annoying. But anyway, so that's the other side. Then also we have a Safe Trans splice box right here. I'd assume this is to activate the crossing with from this side. They probably didn't put any detection on this side. They probably did on that side, just so that they didn't activate the crossing constantly while they were working this industry. That's what I would imagine. And then that's looking west on towards the RBMN main line, which is right over there, where you can see tracks. Then the tracks are cut. They don't cross the road, and they don't come over here. I'm not entirely sure what they really did. I'd assume they'd come through this. This parking lot may or may not have been here originally. And they probably went through that gate. In fact, oh, here we go. They went through this gate. So I didn't notice this. But here's where the tracks are over here. So they went through that gate there and into this industry. That's what I figured they served this, but it's kind of hard to tell from maps, just the way it's laid out. Here's some more rail, so that's pretty neat. Guess it went in there and they would load stuff into, I would assume, tanker cars. This is definitely an oil refinery or plant of some sort. But anyways, I gotta find my way back over to the other side. There's a couple other things over there actually. There's a lot to see here. I discovered another one while driving down this way that's a little bit up north on the same highway, a couple towns up, that's also abandoned or at least out of service. I think it's actually unused because I think the relay case was turned on, but the tracks were in really bad shape, but it was modern stuff, and the highway is a lot bigger up there, so I'm probably not gonna bother. That guy is going fast. I could cross, but I'm not going to right now, just because of that. Probably would make it, but anyway, there's a couple other things to show off over there if I can ever get across this highway, which I should right now. Okay. So back over here, we have more of the tracks. And right here's the relay case. It has another splice box on the side, which is typical, but it probably, since there's two there, it probably maybe also had access to turn on the signals just from there. So maybe this just didn't have detection at all. Not quite certain, honestly. But anyway, there's the battery box. You can see it says RBMN Railroad. And if you follow the tracks down here, I don't know how long ago this was abandoned, by the way. It's definitely been at least 10 years, I'd imagine. Well, there's some cut up wires, but there's a old derail and some cut up wires. And then over here you have this private crossing that is really random, but here it is. This sign here is really faded. I haven't looked at the other side yet, but it's a normal one. Besides, they added RBMN Railroad onto it. For some reason, the railroad part of it is a lot more better condition than the rest. Here's the tracks looking towards the main. There's some stored RBMN coal cars over there, coal hoppers. And then right down there it connects to the main. Here's the other side. So yeah, this is just as faded, if not worse. It'd be really cool to see a train come through here, but more than likely never gonna happen again, I would imagine. But anyway, so this is the Pottsville, Pike, Pennsylvania 61 abandoned railroad crossing in Tuckerton, Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching. Over and out.